Hello, and welcome back to Oskar's tutorials. In the third part of key visuals, I'll show you, firstly, how we can create our animation with pauses. Secondly, running animations at different speeds, and thirdly, key images can be copied, pasted or transferred. We want to start with the creation of our animation with pauses. In the first step, we first open our first tutorial, keyframe 1, and then go to the timeline. Now we move the timer to the right, to the end of the first key points. Do not set our new key points here, as in the previous tutorial, but move the timer 2 boxes forward. Click Form 1, and go to the box behind the timer. Now we can repeat what we have learned before. So, right-click in the first box behind the timer. Then, add key image, position and size, then, click on top. Then move the timer 2 boxes forward again, and then pick up the previous step again. In the next step, we click on the last key point from above, and start the recording, then click on Properties, and enter, at top, 20 pixels. Confirm with enter and end the recording again. We then set the next key points. Once for left, and once more for above. By the way, you can recognize the pauses between two animation steps by the shaded fields. After we have finished the recording, we move the timer to the starting point and go to play, and make a test run. If you have carried out the last 2 steps correctly, the test should look like this. Okay, now let's take a look at the 2 variants, with and without a break, in direct comparison. On the right we have our example with a pause, and on the left, the one without a pause, and you can clearly see the difference. Okay, now we come to the second part. The simple speed. This is about the quick and easy adjustment of the playback speed of animations. You have now completed your animation, but you realize that it is too slow overall. To change this, we go down to the bottom of the timeline. Now move the timer to the first box after 0, and then click on the second key point in the control bar. And now, holding down the left mouse button, move it forward to the timer line. Then move the timer 1 box forward, again, and repeat the process with the third key point. Proceed in the same way with the remaining key points until you have reached the last key point. Okay, if we now play the animation, we can see a clear difference in the speeds in direct comparison to before. By moving the key points in the control bar, you can either speed up or slow down an animation. Of course, you can also speed up or slow down just one step of the animation. Here a small example. We want the upper step of the animation to run faster than the other steps. To do this, find the section you want to change, and then move the timer to the center of the section. And then moves the key point, either via the control bar or directly on the animation section, in the direction of the timer. If you now play the animation, you can see that the upper animation step runs faster than the others. And you can do this with every single step, just try it out. Now we come to the third part, with the topic of copying, pasting and transferring an animation to another object. We can stay with our last example here. Let's imagine the following situation. We have created an animation for a project and would like to reuse it in another place. That's no problem, just click in the control bar, and the entire animation will be highlighted. Now press the right mouse button within the selected area, and click on Copy. Then move the timer to the point where you want the copied animation to run again. Now in the first box behind the timer, press the right mouse button, and in the menu click on Insert, Done. With just a few mouse clicks, you can insert a complete animation into your project when you need it again. If you want to move the copied animation again, proceed as follows. Mark the individual animation steps by holding down the string key. Then, holding down the left mouse button, go to one of the marked areas and move the animation steps to where you want them to go. Continue with the topic of transferring an animation to another object in the same project. To do this, we open the tutorial again, key screen 2. Then we go here to Insert Shape, further to the symbol, oval, and then, under the blue rectangle, draw a small circle. Then we repeat the step, Copy Animation. Then click on our new shape, and right-click behind the timer, and insert the animation there. If we now play our animation, you can see that the new object performs the same animation steps. I would like to show you a practical use of this function, using a small example. You are currently creating a new project, in which an elaborate animation is to be created. But instead of creating a new one, you remember that you have already used this animation in a previous project. Here comes another advantage of Web Animator 4, you can now edit several projects at the same time. In our specific example, this means that we now open the project in which the animation we are looking for is located. Now we can simply make use of the older project by copying the animation we are looking for. Then we switch to the new project, create a shape that will then execute the copied animation. Then go to the timeline, click on the shape, and paste the previously copied animation behind the timer. And so, with just a few clicks, we have now saved ourselves a work step in the new project. Okay, that was the tutorial key image part 3. If anything is still unclear, just watch the video again, or feel free to ask a question.
Of course, all examples are also available for download. You can find the link in the video description. One more note, of course there are different approaches to implementing the functions. I will show you here how I work with the program and hope that it will help you in your own work. If you liked the video, please leave a like here, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Your Oskar.